Hey guys, what is up today? I come to you with a double review of Gintama Poroi arc episode 7 and 8. And I know I did leave a message on Twitter saying that my computer and camera were not working, and if I could not get them fixed, there would be no review. But hey, look, now I can make a review because you see it's working. So, with this double review starting from episode 7, we come to find out Senbei isn't really the manslaughter that we come to find out he really was. The reason for that is because the sword he's been carrying around has been using him as his vessel, and that sword goes by the name of Maganagi, the Curse Blade Maganagi. And we come to find out he is a cannibal. So he possesses his vessels, whoever uses him, and at the same time he consumes his own to the point where he gained that legendary name. Sword after sword has met their downfall going up against Maganagi, so this allows him to gain a lot of experience from all the swords that he has destroyed over the years. And then comparing to his history with Kusanagi and as well as Scabberina, that's a little bit more explained in episode 8, which I will get into very soon. Now Senbei, who's under the control of Maganagi, faces up against Okita, which ends with a one-shot, and if somehow he ends up convincing Okita to use him during his battle between Gintoki and Kusanagi. So the day actually happens, and even before that there was at least like 2 Berserk references, one from the Golden Age arc, I think it was on part 3. I could be wrong, but if they did make that reference, that was so messed up, and this whole arc was just a parody off of Parasite. And the second reference that they made was a Final Fantasy. You know, I don't know the character's name, but the way Gintoki dressed, and then he had the big blade, but it's actually a camouflage for his wooden sword. And while the situation was serious and the fights, the choreography for the fight was pretty fun and amazing to watch, it was just really hilarious because these two were just throwing poop at each other. But of course, jokes aside, what happened by the end of the episode, eventually Maganagi took control of Okita, and he has basically destroyed Gintoki's wooden sword. This is not the first time we've seen his wooden sword broken. And not only that, this with Maganagi taking control of Okita, they even made back a flashback when Hijikata was possessed by Muramasha way back in season 1 when he became Toshi, the otaku person. And remember when he faced against Shinpachi for his idols, Shinpachi's idols' love and appreciation. Basically he's having flashbacks, and he's like, you know, I already experienced this when this happened to me already before, and now I'm seeing it happen again to one of my comrades. So he was trying to run to stop it, but eventually it was too late. Okita was possessed fully by Maganagi. Now, and for the fact that Maganagi is as evil as he is for what he does, he fears Okita on the down low. Like, this guy is so sadistic that he calls Okita master. And I know for all the other vessels that he has possessed, he has never had to do that. That's how dark Okita is. Now, to get into episode 8, we come out to find the history of Kusanagi, Maganagi, and Scabberina. Now, we know that Kusanagi and Scabberina has been separated for many years, but what we didn't know, which, you know, I don't even want to try to figure out the logics behind it, was that they had a child. And the same scabbard that Okita has been using, and the fact that he called her Scarlet, which is her actual name, is Kusanagi and Scabberina's daughter. So the time that Scabberina and him has been separated, she gave birth to Scarlet and has been protecting and watching over her during the absence of her father. So eventually we come to find out that Scabberina was killed and consumed by Maganagi. And Maganagi for the longest time has been hoping to meet up with Kusanagi and his daughter just so that he can kill them both. So that day does happen, and you understand why Scarlet has been throwing insult and disdain towards Kusanagi, is because she doesn't know her relationship between herself and him. So before things can get worse, and then Kusanagi is at the brink of actual destruction, we have where Gintoki takes him, and where when he came on Earth for the first time, where his scab board was upside Gintoki's backside, and Okita eventually overcame being taken over by Maganagi and decides to say, you know what, I want to have a fair fight against Gintoki, so consume as much of my life energy as you need so I can have a fair fight. And he takes Maganagi and stabs himself in his chest where his heart is located, and therefore Maganagi was able to consume a good number of his blood. But when those two clash, Maganagi has been defeated, and I'm so glad for that. But unfortunately, Kusanagi was at wit's end, and he has perished as well. But he died he had a happy ending because he was able to see his daughter and know that she's in good hands and will be safe. So it comes to find out that Okita has a new sword, which was basically put together by all the shards and pieces from Kusanagi and Maganagi, and even possibly from Scabberina's remains, to forge a new sword. And that's basically the end of this arc. So tell me what your thoughts were on, with the Excalibur sword and all of this and all the references, especially the big old parasite reference that was basically used for this arc, as well as for the news that happened at the end of the episode. Gintama Silver Soul arc, which is the final arc in Gintama and is still ongoing in the manga, is coming out next year, January 2018. Now, no official date as the date it will come out has been announced as yet, but you can give it possibly another 2-3 weeks till they make that announcement. So prepare yourselves. You can expect everything from laughter to tears, anger, frustration, aggravation, just everything, tension put into one. And basically after this arc, which took place during the 2015 run, it's the storyline will go back to following its proper timeline right after the Rakio arc that showed earlier this year, back in January of this year, and the Silver Soul arc will start taking place from there. So I'm guessing this arc, I don't know how much episodes it will be running for, but it's going to be one of the longest arcs because it's still ongoing, and it has not been announced how much more chapters is left or when Gintama the manga will be ending. So prepare yourselves for January 2018. When they do announce the official date from when it comes out, I will tell you guys through a video, possibly through one of the Gintama reviews, so you guys could prepare for that day. More than likely, I'm thinking they're going to still stick with a Sunday update, keep their schedule for a Sunday, but they could change it for winter 2017-2018 lineup. So do tell me how you felt about these two episodes of Gintama Poroi arc, episodes 7 and 8, how you felt about this mini arc. There's a new arc that's coming out next week, mini arc. So the links are in the description box, so you guys go check that out, and I'm going to leave the link for you guys to know when it comes out for your website. Again, like I said, I'll tell you in advance when the official date does come out. So I'm Kimi-chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!